All right, this is our first podcast. I don't know how often we'll do them. We're just gonna kind of
Probably
wing
like
it.
once a week.
But we're gonna plan on doing mostly like stock and investing talk. We're gonna go over our portfolios first, kind of what we're invested in, and then I guess we'll kind of just shift into more of like the day-to-day news, current news that's been going on, and then I guess just
Kind
how
of
we see the market and our thoughts on it, how we see the market, and what our plans are. So you want to start sharing?
Yeah, I'll just go
your
through
stocks.
my portfolio, just for something for me to look back onto, but I guess it's not financial advice. I don't take it as financial advice, but it's just something for me and Nick to look back on in a couple of months or years. It'd be kind of interesting. So, with that being said,
Well, let's start with the current price of Bitcoin.
yeah, let's start off with the current
It
price.
was at 121 or 123, and it dropped down to 116 now. What's it at?
I don't have it pulled
That's
up.
probably
on
gonna be the
here,
most important.
but yeah, Bitcoin's at 116,000. I remember telling my stepdad
117,588.
20,000 it was gonna go to 100,000. I didn't think it would be this quick, but I mean, here we are.
We just had to get that out of the
117.
way because I'm sure that's going to be something to talk about in the future. Like, wow, it was only at
How-
117,000.
How long do you think it's gonna take for it to reach 200,000?
2 years?
2 years? I
Maybe
it's gonna be a little quicker, but
next summer, maybe? Because it always does better in the summer.
dude, I saw a prediction. Some analyst said that it was gonna reach $200,000 by the end of the year. Fucking
Yeah,
Christ,
but
I
they
don't
were
know if I
saying
swear, but
they were saying it was gonna hit 100,000 in like, was it 2024 or 2023 this summer?
2020.
I remember when it hit. I think it was right when it
It was
around
it jumped up to 50,000.
50,000, and they were saying it's gonna hit
100,000.
100,000. So I think it'll take a little time, but
I don't know any. I wish I did, but
yep.
never had
Okay.
the capital.
Okay,
to,
we
but
got that out of the way. That's probably gonna be the most important thing to
go
keep track
over.
of,
We'll,
but-
yeah, we'll keep track of that every single episode. But we'll start off with some of my positions. I'm just gonna list through them quick, so that way I can look back on them. Not financial advice, by the way, but largest holder is Robinhood. I bought, I believe, 50 shares at $33. Currently, it is trading at 105, so nice fat return on that. I'm big on OKLO. They are a nuclear energy startup company, so they don't have any revenue yet, but they are projected to start their production, I think, in 2027 or 2028. So Hood, OKLO, HIMS, pharmaceutical health app, if you want to call it that. That's what it is, but I have 38 shares of that. I wish I would have bought Rocket Lab, but I never did. FOMO on that, but whatever. And then I recently did stick some money into Ethereum stocks. I have two of them, ETH, the ETF of Ethereum, and then also a company called, or the ticker BMNR, Bitmine Immersion Technologies. They recently hired some like huge, or I think some guy invested into it. I'm not exactly sure, but the whole company is switching their strategy and they're buying Ethereum like MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin. So I thought I'd get in on that as well. And then Circle, we'll probably talk about Circle later. It's IPO'd recently at I think like $30 and then rocketed up to like $260 in a matter of 4 days. It's insane. Currently trading at 192, but I mean they're in the stablecoin industry and there's a lot to look forward in that industry. I'll probably go into depth on that later, but that's basically it. My portfolio. Nick,
I feel like
for yours.
this is gonna be a good podcast channel because you are way more growth stocks and
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
a
two
lot more
completely different portfolios, but
I'm trying to get into some growth stocks.
that's the way it is. It's
I
the
do-
risk tolerance.
Yeah, I do a lot more slow, steady dividend stocks, even though I have been putting more money into some growth stocks. So for dividend stocks, I have EPD, that's my biggest holder, and then SCHD in Reality Income. Those are my three main ones. And then for my slower, steadier stocks, I got Target, ExxonMobil, Bank of America, Pfizer, and VU. Target I'm trying to get out of, and then I'm just splitting that in between dividend stocks and growth stocks. And then I just got into Bitcoin more recently, and then Tesla. I think my average on Tesla is at like 300. So hopefully that goes up. It's a little bit up right now, but yeah, very volatile. And then Nvidia, I bought that back in April at 100, and I think it's at like 170 right now.
Yep.
So I didn't buy a ton, but I think I have 7 or 8 shares right now of it. So not a huge position, but it's a good start for me considering that I usually stick to my dividend stocks.
Yeah, the growth stocks are just, I mean, we're in like one of the craziest bull markets. We haven't seen like real pain in like
Ever.
since
I have.
2008.
Yeah, I think I started. Oh yeah, let's talk when we first started investing.
Yeah, that's good.
I started seriously investing like 2023. I think I made my Robinhood account in 2020, but I didn't really do anything with it until 2023, which is when I got in college, and I think I just put $1,000 in and just bought all Target, and I've had it ever since. And now I'm
We
just
started off good and then
Yeah.
took
Took a
turn
dump
for the
on me,
worse, yeah.
yeah, so kind of got more
2020,
serious. Huh?
2020 is when you started?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I got more serious last year was when I really got serious with it, and before that was I just had $1,000 in Target.
Yeah, we've both never had really like a lot of capital to like invest in. So like I started watching the market back in 2019, graduated 2020. Well, when I turned 18, yeah, because that's when you can invest in the market. So I downloaded Robinhood. It was really basic at that point. Me and Caleb, my twin brother, were just looking at stocks, and I don't even know if I knew what Bitcoin was at that point. Maybe I
Actually,
did.
that reminds me. The reason why I got Robinhood was because it was during COVID. I was at my buddy's house. We were playing pool, and they were freaking out over the Dogecoin.
Oh gosh, the Dogecoin era.
And what's the other
Dogecoin.
AMC? What's the
AMC was a stock.
AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
AMC,
and
Dogecoin.
that's why
GameStop.
GameStop and everything. Yeah,
I
so I
have
put
stories
$100.
about
That was actually when I remember that exact day. I put $100 into Dogecoin, flipped it to 400, and then I think I just like left that in there and put it into Target along with like a few hundred other bucks. But yeah, that was the start of basically what
Which I
happened.
feel like a lot of people in our generation, it's like they like to sports bet, and not a lot of Gen Zers are like really focused on investing. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw a stat where like a majority of our generation spending more money on sports betting than
It was
investing.
just like a month ago. They said sports betting, like the amount that people spend on sports betting, just passed the amount of people investing, like the amount of money people invest.
Crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I started investing back in I want to say 18. I have no clue when I first, I mean, my stepdad would always talk about the market and whatnot, but I got interested in that, and I actually went to school for civil engineering, and I said, fuck that, I am going to put my focus into finance, because I would always just look at charts, and I started trading with options, but that I wish I would have never, but you live and you learn. The only way to learn is to lose, I
Try
guess.
to beat TJR.
Yeah, try to beat TJR back when I first started
Never worked.
trading. It's not a good strategy. But yeah, I went and studied finance at University of Eau Claire. Don't use the major or my schooling, but
No.
I use it for like personal reasons. So yeah, I guess, and I still watch the market every single day. I mean, I think it's a good habit to build. When you do get a lot of capital, you're gonna thank yourself that you've been watching the market and you just have a good understanding of financials and looking at a company's earnings, their growth, their return on equity, their net income, all that stuff, and being able to like dissect that and figure out which companies are going to be profitable in the future, I think is a good skill to have. So with that being said, what's our next topic point here? I mean, we can go right back into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, Bitcoin 117,000, like we mentioned before, but the more interesting crypto, I mean, you guys probably heard of XRP, but everything on the stable coins and everything like that is on Ethereum. And there's this chart. I'm not gonna be able to probably pull it up or anything, but I'll just kind of talk about the chart. There's this chart, Ethereum and Bitcoin, Ethereum/Bitcoin's basically comparing the two cryptos on how they their price moves. So compared to each other, and Ethereum that chart is bottomed out and is on the uptrend. So I mean, most of the money's switching from Bitcoin to Ethereum now, and that's probably because of the new Circle. Let's see here. Circle is I think I talked about it earlier, but stable coins. If you guys don't know much about stable coins, it's basically a way to transfer money instantly with no fees. It's pretty insane when you like take into factor that most Americans that are sending money back to their families are paying like, I don't know, like 4 or 5%, which can add up a lot for families that need that money. So it's really cool that stablecoins are able to just send money instantly in a second across the world for no interest. It's pretty insane. So Circle is taking advantage of that, and they IPO'd last week or maybe 2 weeks ago at $30, jumped up to $200. Right now it's sitting at $190. But yeah, you didn't buy any. I didn't buy any.
I heard him talking about it every day on CNBC, and I thought they were talking about the Target Circle app. And so I'm the boomer over here. I was like, why do they keep talking about Target? I was like looking at the Target stock. I'm like, is it going to go up now? Like, they're talking about it quite a bit. I had no idea what they were talking about. So
yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of the first stock that has IPO'd in that industry in stablecoins. So I guess we'll be watching for more of that. But there's also another company called BitMine, and where is this guy's name? I forgot the guy's name, but he's like really well known. I could probably find it if I search it up, but who's the guy that? And that's why all the hype behind Circle is there, because this well-known economist. What's his name? That's not his name. Whatever. But BitMine, BMNR, ticker BMNR, also ran incredibly high, and they have, instead of like MicroStrategy, they have all their money in Ethereum. So you see these companies like MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor buying all this Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and it's paid off. And now you have other companies following them. Tesla was buying Bitcoin, but not as much as MicroStrategy. But I mean, it's paid off for Tesla as well. I think they're up. I have no clue. I want to say like 2 billion, but that could be totally wrong. But BMNR is doing it with Ethereum basically. So, do you know? What was I gonna ask? I don't know. But so yeah, that's BMNR. We went over. Did we go over this headline? Ethereum soaring to 3,800. I kind of went over Ethereum a little bit already, but let's talk about the Fed cutting rates. Is it going to happen? What do you think? You think they're going to cut rates? They've been talking about it for the past 6 months. I mean, this year we were supposed to cut rates like 4 times. It was all hyped up. I think we've only cut rates like once or twice by like 25 basis points. So interest rates are still insanely high, but the market is at all-time high. So help me make that make sense, because I feel like we just need lower interest rates.
yeah, I think
The consumers are struggling with these high interest rates. But yeah, it's kind of just funny. We saw something that's trending right now is Trump and the Powell, the chairman of the Fed, they went and visited the new building that they're making for the Federal Reserve, and Powell just got hard hats on, and basically it just turns into this whole meme. It looks like it's something out of The Office. It's hilarious, but I think what Trump's trying to do is he's trying to convince Powell to cut interest rates, but in like the most low-key way. I mean, there's even rumors of him firing Powell.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got like 6 months left before they do have to start looking for a new chairman, I believe. I don't know if they have to
Or to
fire him, or if he
rehire him.
retires or whatnot. I'm not really sure, but there is news of Powell being fired, and I don't really know how it would have an effect on the market. Do you think the market would would jump up, or do you think people would panic if
I
chairman
think
of the Fed was fired? I mean, he probably isn't going to be fired, but or even if he resigns and we move on to a new chairman, what do you think? Like, do you think the market would?
it would definitely have a reaction. I don't know if it would be a good or bad reaction though.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if the majority of people want him fired or not. And also, like, I feel like he keeps his cool very well and like makes
he tries to keep politics out of his job, which he's
Yeah.
supposed to. But
yeah, but I don't know. You never know how the next person's gonna do.
I mean, if Trump does sign a new chairman, it's probably going to be someone that he wants or someone that's in line with his agenda. So I mean, and who knows what that agenda is, because you never know with Trump.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, look what he did back in April.
yeah,
like,
the tariffs.
freaked everyone out and
Freaked
everything.
everyone. Basically tanked the economy. I don't know.
Yeah.
We probably should talk about that. Look down. I mean, everyone viewing this probably knows, but maybe in the future.
For our future
For our
selves.
future reference. Today is what? July 25th. So back in April, early April, Trump basically scared the whole world with worldwide tariffs. And we're gonna have to deal with these tariffs all year long. The whole market freaked out, dropped like 40% in like 2 days, 30%. I don't know. Nvidia dropped like 40% in like 2 days.
Which is
insane.
which is when I bought it.
Yeah,
And
it
I
went down to
think
100.
I bought some of. I should have bought more aggressive stocks, but I think I just bought some Nvidia and then a bunch of dividend stocks, which I probably should have put a lot more into Nvidia or Tesla or I don't know.
Just into growth stocks. I
anything.
mean, but it's hard to know. It's like the market's tanking. We all thought tariffs were going to be a deal for like months to come. It's just going to be the story throughout the whole year. But Trump just deleted it.
Yeah.
Kind of like dude, the Epstein files. But yeah, he just got rid of them and just said we're going to delay them 90 days and then push them back again another 90 days. So that's why we are at all-time highs. I mean, that's part of one of the reasons why we're at all-time highs.
What did you buy in April?
April, I bought Hood, Robinhood at $30, $34, and yeah, that was an aggressive buy. You told me you wouldn't have bought it all at one day, but
I know I said he should break it up into because I didn't know how long the tariff thing would be going on for. It could have tanked more. Obviously, it went up, which was lucky.
It
but
was an aggressive buy. It probably
feel you
wasn't the smartest, but
done $500 buys or something at a time.
But with the market going down that fast, that quick, it's not the best thing to do to try to time the market. You should wait for a confirmation, maybe after he pauses it. I think it was maybe 2 days before he paused the tariffs, which was really lucky. But yeah, I bought Robinhood at 33. That's at 100. It hit 113 like a week ago. So I love Robinhood stock. So
did you buy calls on it too?
Yeah, I sold those too quick, but missed out on a lot. That's just the way options go. Where's the Robinhood? Speaking of Robinhood, what is this article? Okay, basically, yeah, it's at 113. So,
where do you think the app's gonna go with the banking?
Oh, they have so much going for them, and
do you think it'll be like the new, number one banking for people our age?
Wells Fargo. Oh yeah, it's targeting our generation, and in so many ways. I mean, they got sports betting. I kind of just go through all the features so that way I can look back on it and be like, oh, that's all they had. But they got sports betting. They got credit cards. They got
they don't have a debit card, right? No debit card.
No debit card, just a credit card.
But they'll probably get that and banking, routing numbers, and account.
They'll
numbers,
become a
right?
whole banking industry, and it's just really convenient for our generation because it's all on the app. It's all really simple to use, and almost like somebody can download Robinhood and have no idea how to invest, and it basically teaches you. It basically makes it really user friendly. So they have that going for them, user friendly.
Retirement funds.
Oh, retirement accounts. They
got everything.
Yeah, they got everything. They got sports betting. That's a new thing. They got. I really want to see them.
They're making more advanced graphs. They just added a new graph.
The Robinhood Gold. They're bringing in a lot of money with their subscription.
Do you think that'll ever be free once they turn into a banking thing?
Robinhood Gold?
or just like get rid of it or something? 'Cause,
No, I don't think so.
I mean, for like Wells Fargo, like I have access to everything. I don't have to pay. You don't
that's
have to
true,
pay
but
for
it's just a new.
or like just an annual fee or something, or
I don't know. I think it's
Those-
pretty. It's relatively cheap. It's
You
$5 a month.
I don't. Do
You
you
get-
think they'll increase it then if they keep adding
That's
more,
a
like
good question.
$20-$50 a month or something? Or
They could. They definitely could. But I mean, they're pretty profitable right now. So
yeah,
I don't think there's
Because,
really any
I mean,
reason to change.
Netflix and all the other subscription companies increase their subscriptions all
Yeah.
the time, and they haven't increased it once. It's always just been $5.
Yeah, $5 a month. I feel like it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean,
It's,
you
I
make
think
that all back in a savings account.
yeah, you get was it?
Or 5% interest.
I think it's 4.5 for 6 months, and then drops to 4 after
something
that.
like
I
I don't
think
have
that's what
Robinhood Gold, but
I think
do
that's what
want it.
I think that's what it is, and I think you have to have, was it $1,200 or $2,000 in there to make 5%,
Yeah.
or
so
to make $5 in APY back.
make your money back
for the
with your
month.
subscription.
So you just have to keep like over $1,000 in there
Yeah.
basically.
Basically, a little over $1,000, and you get your subscription fee covered with the interest in that savings account. But
Do you have any of your money in a high yield savings account?
nope. Currently, it is all in Printify.
Oh yeah.
But
Did you before?
I do want to move it all into. No, I have it in just Wells Fargo, which I hate. But
yeah.
for personal reasons, just because I'm using it to take it out and spend it on rent and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I do eventually want to move it all into probably Robinhood.
Yeah, I would say that. I'm gonna wait until they probably turn into like an actual big banking thing
Yeah.
right now, or
They
if
still have it's still really handy. I'm just not really sure on how not having like a routing number and a checking account to like pay rent. They don't have like
no, but
they're
once
not
they
a full
do that, it would
banking
be a
app
lot
yet. Yes.
easier.
They're-
They just
Yeah,
be
they
one less transfer.
they don't have the routing number, and like eventually I do think it's gonna get there where it's just the all-in-one finance app and banking app. So
Yeah, I have all my money, all my savings in PayPal savings, because that was originally 4.5%, then it went down to 4, and now it's at 3.8% APY, and it just keeps going down. So if that does keep happening, I'm gonna do the math and see if it's gonna be more worth it to put the money into Robinhood. But definitely good idea to keep your money in a high yield savings account. I think
yeah,
I've gotten over $400 from PayPal just for keeping my savings in there. So yeah,
it's a good point.
it's a good thing to put your money in, especially if it's
If
just
you guys just have your money sitting in and if it's a lot of money, if it's just sitting in a savings account making 0.05% interest, Wells Fargo was paying you 0.05, it's you're losing money with inflation, and it makes no sense. So
yeah,
there's lots of brokerages and stuff that do offer 4-5%. I know he mentioned PayPal. There's Amex. There's Robinhood. The list goes on and on.
yeah.
There's
a lot of
different
smaller
ways, but-
companies. I think more of the smaller companies are kind of taking advantage of that, and because Wells Fargo doesn't have anything, I don't think Bank of America does. I don't know if Chase does.
They got CDs. That's it. That's like
Yeah, but it locks your money in for
Yeah.
2 years. Then
it's not. Yeah, it's not optimal.
My
It's
one
not
buddy, I
efficient.
remember he said he was doing that with his money, and I'm like, dude, don't do that. But that was like back in high school, so
Yeah,
like,
I remember. My
obviously,
mom
I don't
was,
know
like,
if he does it
talking
now.
About CDs when
Yeah.
I was younger. I'm like,
I was thinking about doing it because my one buddy did. He's like, dude, it's like great. It's just like free money, and I mean that was also too before banks were like doing high yield savings accounts. Like that was kind of the high yield savings thing.
yeah,
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap the video up here, or the podcast up here. This is our first episode, so bear with us if it's not the best, but we will get better at these. We're gonna try to do, like we said in the beginning, once a week, and next time we're just gonna cover earnings, if we buy any stocks, because earnings are coming out. So
Robinhood's earnings coming out August 20. No, not August. I don't know.
Soon.
In like 4 days. Next
So,
Wednesday, I believe.
yeah, we're gonna go over earnings and everything, and then if we bought anything, and just
Give
the
a
general
portfolio update.
portfolio updates, and if there's any other trending news. And then also looking forward to next week, we're going to start off by talking about how we made our first $10,000, or I don't know, just like a story around how we've made money, I guess, to let you guys to know a little bit more about us. But that's me for this, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, comment, subscribe if you have any questions or ideas. Peace.
Peace.